Hi, everybody. Welcome to another beautiful episode of Oche Kitchen Discussions. Today, we're going to talk about toxic masculinity or female entitlement. Before I start the show, we have to start with IJ Nutri-Tips. So my Nutri-Tips for today is top vitamins for women. So for women, okay. Top vitamins for women. The first one is iron. Iron improves energy, helps oxygen flow throughout the body, especially when we menstruate, so we need the iron. Supports immune function and maintains muscle function. Second one is B12. B12 supports the proper function of the brain, nervous system, blood cells, and improves energy and mood. Third one is biotin. For us, we know if mama, you need this. Biotin boosts hair, skin, and nail health while supporting nerve, digestive, cardiovascular, and metabolic function. The fourth vitamin is calcium. We carry bikini, so our bone degenerate as we old. Calcium builds and maintains strong, healthy bones, aids in proper heart, nerve, and muscle function. The next one is magnesium. Aids in heart health, boosts mood, relieves symptoms of PMS, reduces muscle weakness and cramps, like magnesium and potassium, almost the same thing. The last one is vitamin D, supports brain, muscle, and immune function, good for cardiovascular health, maintains bone and teeth health. So if you're joining us, thank you again for joining us. And for the show today, the topic once again is toxic masculinity or entitlement females, entitled females rather. So we take these two words, the toxic and masculine, and combine them to form toxic masculinity. But what is toxic masculinity? Toxic masculinity isn't just, or some people call it masculinity or masculinity, so isn't just about behaving like a man. Instead, it involves the extreme pressure some men may feel to act in a way that is actually harmful. There are many definitions of toxic masculinity that appear in research as well as pop culture. Some researchers have come to agree that toxic masculinity has three core components. Toughness. This is the notion that men should be physically strong, emotionally callous, and behaviorally aggressive. Anti-femininity. This involves the idea that men should reject anything that is considered to be feminine, such as showing emotion or accepting help. Power. This is the assumption that men must work towards obtaining power and status, which is social and financial, so they can gain the respect of others. What do we mean by female entitlement? I see so many women who expect a man to pay for the drinks. They just expect it. Women go to the university and usually do all the soft, easy humanities subjects, then hope to marry a top graduate guy with big bucks. Women seem to think they are entitled to men's money, and they have no shame in admitting it. Even if they are after a rich man, they feel it's okay for them to have a good job, earn good money, and yet expect men to pay for everything. So I recently saw this scenario on Instagram. They said, if husband earns 2 million naira per annum and the wife earns 6 million per annum, listen again, husband earns 2 million a year and the wife earns 6 million, and house rent is 1 million. Who should pay the rent? The toxic men will say, I'd rather pay the rent and go broke. And the entitled females will say, he's the man, he should pay. So as a lady, I don't know. I know so many ladies. Would you watch your man do this when you can support it? So I don't know. So this leads me to my first question. So my first question is, do you think the man should carry the bulk of the bills regardless? I see Ike Abasi. Ike, can you talk?
I'm kind of driving down, so why don't someone else take the question? I'll
okay. All right, thank you. Okay. Benson, can you talk?
Yes, again. Go ahead.
Can you talk?
Yeah, I can talk.
Okay. Do you think the man should carry the bulk of the bills, regardless if the wife makes more than him or not, and why?
Oh, well, like I will always give my inferences this way. The man earns 2 million and the wife earns 6 million. Should the man pay the rent? Yes. Okay. The man should pay the rent. It's his responsibility.
Okay. He
should pay the rent because one, the wife is a helpmeet. The wife will help meet. If the wife say, okay, Dimoma, rent I for this year 1 million. Na this 500,000 GD. So we'll add this 500,000 to what you are paying, so that at least we'll have a roof over us. That's on another angle. It's okay, but not that is for the woman to pay the rent of the house. As he that does not provide his household is worse than an infidel. As he, not she, she's a helpmeet. She's there to help you. So if she brings the money, good. But if she doesn't bring it, she's not obliged to do that. Okay. My own thinking, me.
Right. Thank you.
She's not obliged to do that.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Let me have a woman, answer that. Then I'll go back to another man. Dr. Chizo, can you talk? Dr. Chizo Mora, can you talk? Chizo, are you here?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Sorry.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to the show. Long time.
Indeed, long time. Life.
Yeah, good to have you back, Chizo.
It's always been the intention to come back. Sorry.
I know.
Yeah.
We know you love us, so.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
That's okay. So do you think the man should carry the bulk of the bills, regardless if the woman makes more than him or not?
I think let's think about it this way. In this day and age, life as we know it, or as our parents knew it, has changed. 50 years ago, the man's role was to go and get food for the family. Sorry, ignore the snoring. My boy is sleeping. And the woman's role was just to stay in the house and cater to the needs of the family.
Exactly.
We now know that has changed. It has. I don't think it's ever going to go back to how it was. Fewer couples are managing that now. Even those who are managing that, they've also got something else to support them with. So that brings into the question, whose responsibility is it to cater to the house? It is everybody's responsibility to cater to the house. We're even seeing that men are stepping down to do some of the household chores in the family as a way to support the men, as a way to support the females. So it's not who can or who cannot pay it. It's all about going into the purse and finding out what the best decision for the house will be.
Beautiful.
If the two of them, I'm assuming that as a couple, they join forces together. What I mean, they join forces, they join resources, they join ideas together, and they join how to make money and maximize their money together.
Yeah.
So it's not about whose responsibility is it. It's both of their responsibility, because both of them are adults. If the woman was living alone, she would pay for where she lives. Exactly. That is the only way to think about it. So it is both of their responsibilities to pay because both of them are earning an income. Now, the fraction, whichever they decide, is left for them, because every family has got their own templates about how things are meant to be done for certain things. So if the man feels more inclined or feel more empowered to pay more of the house rent because he feels he's a man and is meant to do that, then by all means he can do that. But then the woman will actually have to take the bulk of the responsibilities, i.e. the children's school fees, the feeding, the clothing, and all the rest that they need to do in the house. So it's both of their responsibilities, not just one person's responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm encouraging my boys and my girls to think that way as well. So they know that it is not one person's responsibility to care for the home. It is two people's responsibility, especially if they are partners living in a home.
Because the stress on one person is too much. Yeah, it is too much on one person. And that's why men, like, you know what I mean? The expectations is so high. You expect a man to be this, that. And when you can make, you know, meet it up, they end up drinking, you know, like they get sick and they get, you know, me and Ifam always have differences in this. I always say, I want somebody, both of us can pay the bills, can clean the house together, cook together, you know, only you know, I don't mind cooking and doing cleaning, but you know what I mean? Not that it is my job or it is your job. Let's do things together. Thank you, Chizo. Let's go back to Rupert, Ufoma, or Rupert. Ufoma, can you talk? Are you disposed to talk?
I'm free to talk. Okay, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Did you hear the scenario?
I heard the scenario. My take is simple on this. Sorry, not using video. Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Okay. The scenario you painted was the woman earning more than the man, right?
Exactly, yeah.
I know most men will not feel comfortable with say wife is paying rent and paying for some small things. But then I'm not going to suggest that a woman should be paying rent for the house. But if a wife is coming in to help because he's better endowed than a man or better empowered at a place of work, I don't see any problem with that, really.
Okay.
But it's just for two of them to be clear-headed. And I think the problem most men have when they are faced with this.
When you say help, what do you mean help? She's living in that house, like you want her, the rent is 1 million. Like help is like she giving you like 200,000, or help is half and half, or help is, what do you mean by help, so that we'll understand?
Okay. In most cases, your man will say, no, the rent for the house is my responsibility. Okay, you pay the rent. If the rent takes your whole income, pay.
Yeah, that's a toxic thing, which is not good. You end up paying everything with your hand, you don't have money. Then you get frustrated at your wife.
I don't have a problem with sharing rent. My wife is more endowed. You understand?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm lucky not to have a wife who's more endowed, but then again, if I found myself in that position and my wife was more endowed, I'd say, okay, madam, come on. I'm ready to go any which way you want to do me. I'm down with that. But I think it's something to do with male ego. Most men just feel, no. Things like rent, a woman shouldn't come here. And things like feeding, a woman wants to come for other things, they can come. But that's just male pride. And I think with better understanding cultivated between the man and the woman in the union, all those things can be narrowed down. Like somebody mentioned just now, men do quite a lot more than our fathers did for their wives in those days. Some men take their children out to shop, they take their wives out to markets and they come back. And times have changed. We should embrace modern things and put all those traditional things behind us. That's my take. But then again, some people might have different opinions on this.
Yeah.
So,
I think I would say I married a man who exhibited toxic masculinity. From the time I came to America, he did everything, including groceries.
No, but I should have added something.
He did everything. He used to go groceries or anything. I just started doing grocery, not up to, let me say 10 years or even less. Yeah, so you know, he wanted to do everything.
Toxic is negative. And you may have been doing that on a positive note. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me finish. Yeah, but I don't think I don't think so. To me, like, why would you marry a partner and you want to do everything yourself, even when it's killing you? You're just, you know what I mean? That is the toxicity. Toxicity in the masculinity. Yeah.
Can I say why some men would do that, please?
Go ahead.
Okay, I know You could find some people in a union, they've been married and they've been doing things 50-50 because the wife is contributing quite a chunk. But when you find the relationship now starts getting toxic, oh, madam is telling the husband, oh, you good for nothing. See, I'm paying half the rent. Those kind of issues, they come up sometimes that even the man will now go into withdrawal and start saying, no, I've considered too much of my kidney here. No, I should take some things back, some responsibilities back, even if he's choking under the weight of taking those responsibilities onto himself.
Yeah.
So I think the understanding between the people involved in marriage is very, very critical.
Yeah. For me, I believe from the one, you guys should have a goal together. I think everything should be together, have a goal, plan out together, what you know what I mean, and plan it out. Like Jesus said, longer those days when women stayed home and the men went to the farm, you know what I mean? So that's where this culture could. Okay, I have a lot of hands up. Mama, do you still want to talk or you want me to go to Ike?
Yes. Can I talk? I think you've rocked so many boats. That's why all the hands are up. Naturally, men, no disrespect to the male folk, but naturally men are lazy.
Lazy?
Even as mothers. Yes.
Did you say lazy?
Can I finish? Sorry, I said lazy, L-A-Z-Y, yes. They are prone to laziness if they're not being nurtured. Yes, it's a fact from my end, right? As a mother, that's why it's as if we put so much pressure on the male folks to get them to take responsibility from the onset. So men that turn out to be grown-ups and want to take up responsibilities, I don't say it. I know when it's toxic. I can draw the line when it's toxic and when it's being done because that's what they feel, a feeling of entitlement. This is what I need to do. Or not a feeling of responsibility, not entitlement at this point. That is where I look at it. I live with a partner as well, or a husband, who likes doing groceries. I don't have a problem with it. I am happy for him to do it because I don't even like going to the shop. I still go to shop from time to time. He does it, so I don't see him doing it on a negative note because he.
But you pay other bills, so that's the difference.
No. How I wish he would pay 100% of the bill. That's what I expected. But he wasn't doing it, so we're sharing.
Thank you, Mama.
So
thank you.
that's my take. That's my take on it.
All right, thank you.
I don't see the women who don't do it as being lazy or feeling entitled. I look at it as if a man stands up to it. I'm the husband. I'm the man of the house. I want to take control. Let me do this, not on the positive, or not on a negative note, because they feel, I want to look after this person. Sometimes it's done out of love. But people misunderstand it. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
By the way, sorry, sorry. I think I saw one quick thing. I'm not in the bush. I'm still in UK at the
No, we know you're in Orifite. When we know you're in Orifite, don't worry about it.
I'm hiding away somewhere.
Okay. Thank you. That's okay. Ike, can you take it for me?
Yeah, if you are in the bush, so stop all that
Exactly. We know. If you don't get it, forget about it. We know she's in the bush.
You're in the bush, you went back to the bush. Anyway.
London bush, go ahead.
It's okay. Bush is bush. We're not London or
exactly.
Anyway, it's very interesting, this question. And I will relate it to the question you asked, to the scenario you painted, where a woman, the man is earning 2 million and the wife is earning 6 million. And who's going to pay the bill? When I got married the first time, my dad told me, he gave me 2 pieces of advice. He said, number 1, never let a woman put a roof over your head. Number 2, never let a woman put food on your table. Now, I took what he said literally. I mean, literally. So, moving over to Canada, I paid all the bills for 14 years. Everything, every bill. But that was a mistake.
It's a big mistake, yes.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Big mistake. Because the more you thought you were being a good man, in that woman's eyes, you are actually a mugu. And let me say this. If I live in an apartment and in a rental place and the rent is 1 million and I have 2 million, I will move down to a 500,000 naira apartment. If you can't live with me there, if you're earning 6 million, you can't contribute towards paying for it. Well, I'll move down to what I can afford and be comfortable with it. There's nothing wrong with absolutely what my father was actually saying was there's nothing wrong with your wife contributing. Now, if your wife sits down and watches you who have 2 million and she has 6 million, and she's comfortable with you spending all your money to pay rent, then that's the problem.
That's meanness, as far as I'm concerned. That is meanness.
That is very mean. She has a
Meanness.
problem, and it's very mean. So me, I would look at it this way, that what Chisholm said was true, that both of you are responsible in the
Exactly.
marriage. Both of you should be. You shouldn't, because, if you have 6 million and truly, you feel you are truly in that marriage, you committed to that marriage, there's a lot of things you will volunteer to do. You won't wait for your husband. Because let me tell you something. Most men, because of the way we've been brought up, we've been wired to take care of our family. So even when the thing is stomping you as a man, instead of you to be, most men are not very open to talk about, hey, this bill is killing you. The guy will just be managing himself. And
dying from blood pressure.
He knows that the wife has the money. And you, as a wife, doesn't even bother to step up to say, hey, you know what, babe, we should be contributing. This is my contribution. Okay, rent is 1 million. Babe, you know what? I know you're carrying a lot. Okay, you know what I mean? I'm going to pay the 1 million. Because after all, when you pay 1 million, you still have 5 million. You still have more than the man. Or you say, okay, let me take care of, the man might pay the rent and you will take care of all the other little bills, Those are the things. So when you talk about entitlement and toxic, it swings both ways. The problem has always been communication. If you are the kind of woman that the man, because sometimes a man will not talk to the wife who he feels is not receptive to him talking. If you already know the kind of woman you have, that she will not bring out. I was married to somebody who, to her, bringing out is not in her dictionary. You are supposed to take care of the whole thing. If it's to give her parents, if it's to give her siblings a hair, it will come out. So you see, when you have that kind of scenario, it will, at the end of the day, one person will get tired of bringing out.
And resentment, that's where resentment comes in. Yeah, and then, because the other person will be so frustrated, but they can't voice it, they take it out on you. You guys fight for nothing. You don't even know why you're fighting.
I had bought 2 vehicles for my ex, paid for it, everything, paid for every bill, name it, her cell phone, whatever. The day my eyes opened was when I said, listen, lady, you got to begin to, I don't have money. She said she wanted to buy another car. I said, listen, I bought you a car 2 years ago. I'm not ready to buy another one. She said, don't worry, come with me to auction. We went there. This lady brought down $10,000 and paid for a car. And I was like,
but Ike, let me tell you, when you guys do that, my husband, like I said, I was married to somebody who did that. The day he called me and said, I have to start paying, doing groceries, I was like your wife, because already from day one, you guys wanted to do everything. You know what I mean? Like I even called him. No, I even called him and said, when I came, I was still, first time in America, I asked him, what is your cheapest bill? It was cable then. He said $40. So I said, okay, because I was making like $100. I was working part-time in Macy's. This is like, my first job in America. And I said, okay, let me pay that. But the day he called me to say, for me to start paying, buying groceries, I'm like, you know what I mean? I called my brother shouting at my brother. Was like, hey, Joma, this man has been doing everything. He can't. That's why he asked you. So I thought about it, and so when you at times the men make us entitled, which you guys at times it's your fault making us entitled.
We come with that.
Well, I'm encroaching on Informer's time. Can you hold on for a minute so that Informer can go on ask the next question?
No, that's my time actually.
Oh, sorry, Oche. I'm sorry, baby. Take it away. Oh, Miss Hannah.
Just leave her alone. Just leave her alone.
Bessie, we don't know. We know. Leave her.
Exactly. Don't mind Bessie.
Gently. You don't jump in. Leave her alone.
Yes, because the first wife cannot intimidate the last one.
No intimidation, no, no mistake.
So, moving on to today's CLO moments. It says, not all men come for sex. Some men come to heal, repair, uplift, and restore.
Very, very true.
So today I'm on the men's side.
Yes.
So,
me too.
Having said that, the question for tonight from me is, for a man who has toxic masculinity, what happens when he loses his job? And since Ike was already talking, Ike, you're going to take that for me first, and then after you, Ferdinand would take the question as well. Because we need to draw a line between
Ike is sleeping. Ike is sleeping. Let's Ferdinand go ahead.
He's gone to bed. Okay, Ferdinand, would you like to take that question for me, please?
Okay. Excuse me. Good evening, everybody from here.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I want to say, Ijoma, I like your makeup.
Oh, right, thank you. I'm going on later. Thank you.
Beautiful. Ferdinand, go song with the one side.
All just appreciation.
I don't want people to appreciate anybody. Thank you.
Okay.
Oche will put you on the couch now, Baleo.
Okay. First of all, I want to place this toxic masculinity issue. You know, this has to do with individuals. Sometimes people feel even what they are not, because they are not able to appreciate who they are or who are looking at them. You know, it depends on your level and the way you view the world. Some people don't understand their worth. Some people may buy a car today and think that they have arrived, without knowing that at some point you may need to go to the mechanic to fix that car, or the engine of that car may knock. Exactly. And you may not have money to change that car engine. And so when you go down, you begin to be ashamed of yourself, and you may not want people to look at you again. So this toxic masculinity, I think, has a lot to do with inferiority complex.
I believe so.
So the people that are struck by this toxic masculinity do not know how to manage the downturn of their lives. And that's why people can get themselves involved in drunkenness. People can even commit suicide.
Very true.
People can ostracize themselves because they didn't manage their, why call it, success or little favor that God gave to them in the beginning. So if they lose their job, for instance, which was what gave them that sense of toxic masculinity, all right, they go under, they go into oblivion. Some people answer your call when maybe they can go out there and buy you drink or something like that. But when they don't have money in their pocket to buy you that drink, they can't even discuss anything with you anymore. So these people's personalities are influenced by the material things that they are able to have. These people's personalities are influenced by the money they earn from their salaries. And they don't think that at some point in their lives, they may lose their job and they may not be earning those salaries again. And when they are not earning those salaries again, they will not be able to manage their personalities.
It's true.
I think I have made my point.
Yeah.
And
I have to piggyback. Go ahead, Mama.
Well, what you just described is inferiority complex.
It's part of it.
Yes.
It's part of it. It's part of it because I've seen. Ferdinand, let me piggyback on what you said. I've seen a dude who lost his job with this toxic thing. Instead of calling Unyem, my wife, look at what's happened. You know what? This guy spent all his bonds, his stocks, savings just to keep face, and he ended up staying a long time without getting a job. And he's somebody who can't do any other job that other than a white collar job. Like, you know, some people lose their job. They're like, okay, let me do something else. Let me do this. Let me drive a cab. You know what I mean? I've seen men who do that. They rather spend all their savings just because they don't want their wife to help. And I think that's an inferiority complex. It's toxicity. That's the toxicity in it. That's the complex makes it toxic. Yeah.
Exactly. The complex makes it toxic.
Very toxic. Yeah.
Some people have inferiority complex and they don't even know it. They can't place themselves there.
Yes. Oche, sorry, go ahead.
So that's what happens when such a person loses their job.
Exactly.
Okay. So can I get Pamela's point of view?
I think she came in late. You have to reiterate what we're talking about. I think she just joined.
Okay. But is Pam cooking or she's here with us?
Yeah, she's probably making meat pie that she never sends to us.
Okay, what about Bobby? Okay. I'm just trying not to call the people that have already spoken. Doyin?
Doyin, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. I saw when you came in, so I'm not sure you got the scenario that was painted at the onset about a lady who earns about 6M and the husband earns just 2M. Okay, and it's a problem about who spends what and who takes the bulk of the expenses. Things like rent and probably fees and stuff like that.
Okay.
For such a man who wouldn't let the wife do the bulk, yet it's very heavy on him. It's not like he's having it easy. When such a person loses their job, what happens? Such people that have such toxic masculinity, what happens?
Bring that
well, I think from the onset, there should be like an understanding between the two people, as in the couple.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying? There should be an understanding, no matter how much you are earning. For example, I remember myself and my husband when we started work, but I was responsible for paying house rent because they give me housing upfront at work. Do you understand? So what we decided was that we will always set aside the housing upfront for the house rent. Do you understand? And that worked out for us. Because as far as we are concerned, we share the same accounts, as in our we sit down, we have a budget every month. Who is buying this? Who is will you pay for this? Will you pay for this? It's really nothing. It was when my husband lost his job, I was practically handling everything, and even if he wasn't bringing anything to the table, I didn't care. Because right from the start, as in everything was on the table, we laid everything down on the table. And now that he has a good job and is doing well, I'm still enjoying myself.
Of course, because yours is his and his is yours. That's how
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's nothing like, I'm earning 6 million, I'm not bringing it to the table, I'm earning 1 million. I don't even see it like that. So
yeah, you know,
and it makes you guys have goals together. It makes you guys have goals together, and you guys
exactly.
Because when a wife has her own goal and the husband have his own goal, you guys can progress. There's no progression.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At the same time, you just can't come up that I want to buy a car. You understand? It must have been something that we've talked about. We've saved towards it. You can't come home with a car. With which money? Where did you get money from? That's what is this our priority now?
Exactly. It can be
this is the scope.
Surprise. I want to surprise you.
No, he knows that one. He knows that I can't do that. Because I keep telling him that you can't surprise me with a car. Because I just know that, okay, I know what is in the bank account, except you have money somewhere else that you are keeping, that I know about, which I know you are not doing so.
Yeah,
So
but
that's that for me.
men would give you, thank you, Dee, for your input. Some men would give you an excuse and say, like, the advice Ike mentioned his dad gave him, okay?
Mhm.
You know, some men, by the time they marry you and they know you have, if you stand up to them all the time and you call out their BS, they take it that you're too confrontational, okay?
True.
And then, even before you give a reaction, they've already reacted on your behalf. What you'll be hearing is, oh, if I let her pay this thing, I won't hear a word.
Yes.
They haven't done it to. Let it be that you didn't, you rubbed it on their faces.
Mhm.
So, and for me, it's an error on their part. Because if we are in this partnership, because that's what I consider marriage to be, if we're partners, it makes us equal. Don't come and
Very
tell
equal.
me, when you spoke to me, would you talk to your elder brother? You're not my elder brother. You're my husband. And because I have married you, we are equal. Okay, I will accord your due respect.
Married and sleeping with you too. Don't forget that. So you're equal.
So I will accord you your respect, okay, that is due you. But at the same time, don't come and start acting like a stranger. It makes no sense to me. So I saw Bobby's hand up. Has Bobby left? Bobby, you want to say something now?
My intake is this. My intake is this. I believe in every relationship, communication is imperative.
100%.
Without communication, you allow others to penetrate into your relationship. With that being said, when somebody makes 6M and 2M, regardless, it means nothing to where there is a great relationship. And that will curb the ideas of people or the couple spending unnecessarily. If I'm controlling my money by myself without my husband being part of it, I can do whatever I want to do. But again, we are like human. We need somebody to redirect us, vice versa. If my husband is aware of this money, it will help me to rethink twice. Is this still going to be something meaningful to the family or whatever I'm going to do with it? So in other words, if a couple communicates very well, regardless of whatever they're making, it means nothing. And again, things happen, we don't see our back. Things happen if, God forbid, one of us, somebody loses their job among the couple, they still have something to sustain the relationship. And the only way this is sustainable is because there's communication in it. That's my intake.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much. Can I take one more response before I hand over to Mama? Nancy, would you have anything to contribute? That's if Ethan would let you talk.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Nancy. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, hello everyone. I didn't really join from the beginning, but at least I heard some part of the conversation.
Wow.
Well, toxic masculinity is, for me, I feel like most men that exhibit these traits, it's something that starts from, childhood, really. Boys are being trained to feel like they have to do everything themselves. They are being trained to be very independent. They are being trained to feel like they should not show emotions. And for a lot of people coming into relationships with outlook on things, it could cause a lot of, it's going to make it difficult to now partner with someone and to understand that now partnership. So for such men that already find themselves having that kind of outlook in life, it's going to take a process of unlearning and relearning, better, a process of unlearning and relearning better habits, because the fact that you are the man of the house doesn't mean that everything should fall on you. If you have a partner also bringing to the table, it's better for everybody. And you trying to say that if your wife does this or that means that they will rub it in your face, then you are not very solid in your own self-esteem.
Exactly.
And you feel like your self-esteem is being determined by what you're spending or by
Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah.
Table. So you can't value your input as a man based on the money that you bring to your family. There is a whole emotional side to, this whole thing. So I think a lot of men need to start learning and understanding that there is a lot more to being a father, to being a husband than just the money aspect of things. So
the provider. Yes.
That's my thoughts on this.
Good talk. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Please don't stay away. We'll keep coming and keep dropping stuff.
Ben's hands have been up.
Benson, you want to round off my part for me?
You say my hand there where?
It's been up.
In short, I've forgotten the question I wanted to ask. When I remember, I asked.
Yeah, but I thought you tried that you beg to disagree that men are lazy. You wanted to respond to Mama.
No, no, because just leave Mama alone. That's why I sent it.
It wasn't said on a bad note. I apologize before saying I said they're prone to being lazy, if not being
men are not.
I think to rephrase what Ifoma is trying to say, like they are laid back, right? Not lazy, laid back.
Am I coming on this?
Okay, they can be laid back. Yeah, they're prone to being
laid back. Yeah, laid back. I understood what you. That's why I didn't attack you. I knew you were trying to say laid back. Yeah.
I'm not a bad person. You know, I mean, I love boys.
Can I make a case for the men?
I cannot say anything till I come and go before I get poisoned.
I want to say something before I hand over to Mama.
Okay. Please, ladies, you guys take it easy on men. They have quite a lot on their minds. A lot of men carry quite a lot, but somehow, in spite of the burdens they carry, they try to keep up the charming face, try to be very nice to madam, and then hide their... Men cry, It might surprise you to know that men actually take their time, lock themselves in closets and cry. But they
lock yourself up. Why am I your partner? Can't you come and cry? Let me hold you.
I never cried before.
I've had a few people call me.
Your mom is still there.
Hello?
When your mom is still there, right?
Yes.
Well, the day your mom passes, you cry.
Well,
that was the very first time I saw my husband cry.
I cry when people that are close to me die. When my father died,
I don't even know how to cry. And my mom was my closest friend. And when she died, I was one child who could open a casket and look straight at her. I was heavy inside, but I couldn't even find the tears. So, but you'll be shocked that some men actually go break down and cry. So,
Ferdinand's hand is up. Ferdinand, do you want to say something?
Yes. Yes, I want to add, a little to the ongoing conversation. Okay. We are talking about a family. We're talking about a family. We are not isolating the man, here, or the woman. We are talking about a collective family where there should be some level of emotion, some level of, empathy, some level of support, and some level of open-mindedness. Sometimes we create issues when, like somebody said, we are not open to our partner. We don't tell our partner what our emotions are, what our needs are. There's nothing wrong in a woman or a wife making contribution to support the family upkeep, because this is family. This is family. It's not about the man, neither is it about the woman.
Ferdinand, can you hold your thoughts? Because Ifoma's next question, you will continue because it has to do with Ifoma's question. So Ifoma will call you first here, because where you're going is what Ifoma is going to ask.
Okay.
Mama, take it away.
Is she still here? She said she might.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. The next question is actually talking about affirmations for today. my feelings as well as your feelings and thoughts are valid. You have the right to your feelings, and it's perfectly healthy to express them. So no apologies for that.
Yes,
and my question is, does how you feel about a partner affect household finances and societal expectations?
Let Ferdinand continue.
Robert was speaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Ferdinand. It's Ferdinand.
It was Ferdinand. Yeah, Ferdinand, go ahead. Does how you feel about a partner affect household finances and societal expectations? You can go.
I didn't get that topic.
Okay. Does how you feel, you being a man or a woman, about your partner affect household finances and societal expectations?
All right, let me, did you understand the question?
Go ahead, Ijoma, please tell me.
Okay, to explain the question, like I see women, if they love somebody, they'll pay bills, but if they don't give a shit about a man, they say he's the man. So do you think how a woman feels or how a man feels make them do more or less, you know what I mean, for the household?
In their relationship, yeah.
In a relationship, yeah.
Yes, I do. I think so. But on a general note also, not necessarily about how the man feels about his wife, but how the man feels, for instance, about women generally. I can use myself as an instance because my love for women did not start with my wife. My love for women started from my grandmother to my mother, to my aunts, to my sisters, and then my wife came, and then my children. So I have this urge to do things because a woman is involved. How much more my wife? And I also feel that I should bear my heart to her, and say, look, I am feeling this way for you also. Please try to feel the same way for me. Begging her to love me or do things for me just as much as I would love to do things for her. And I would like to do, my life is about women. My family, I'm the only man. And I'm the only man in my house, my immediate family. So each time I'm here, I am faced with my wife and my daughters. All right?
Yeah.
And so I always feel that I want to do things for you. Please, you should also do things for me as the other person. All right? So I love them, and I would like to do things that will make them happy. But I'm not going to die. I'm not going to die in the course of doing this thing. I'm not going to die.
You cannot come and kill yourself because of your former mom. I don't blame you.
I cannot come and kill myself.
I do like women. That's what the Ferdinand is saying.
Former mama cannot kill
you.
you.
Yeah.
Ferdinand telling us saying like women. Yes, Asabi. I go ask them 1996, 1997, 1998 for him. Asabi, I'm very well. I know saying like women too much.
No, in those years in the university, that girl, where you see me with that time, she breaks my heart. She broke my heart. Before my wife come pick the pieces, she come pick the pieces together, and she's the one holding it now. I don't get hurt again. And my wife is fine.
Men when I get hurt.
I used to have a heart.
Hello.
All right. Let me ask a woman. Let me ask a woman this question.
It's not your turn now. It's not your turn.
Benson, hold on. Miss Wu, are you here? Miss Wu, can you talk? Miss Wu,
yes,
are you available to talk? Okay, let me rephrase it. Do you think how a woman feels can affect how much she helps out financially?
How she feels?
Yeah, because the scenario, I don't know when you came in, the scenario of the show today is like the man makes 2 million, the woman makes 6 million, but the house rent is 1 million. And a man who is toxic, who has toxic masculinity will say, I'll pay the 1 million and be broke. And a female who feels entitled will be like, you're the man, you paid, I don't care. So do you think how she feels about the man will make her, you know what I mean, think twice, or do you think it doesn't have anything to do with it? Yeah.
I think how she feels about the guy matters a lot, because whether a woman makes a little or a lot, she will always contribute to the house. But if the guy doesn't make her feel valued within the context of that home, then she will kind of like try and withhold. She will. She's not just going to try. She will be withholding. And if it's not cash, it'll be other stuff. She just won't freely give. She just won't freely give, because women love to freely give. You know.
Thank you. You said it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Women love to.
That's just who they are. That's just who they are.
That's correct.
If they're happy, if they're delighted, if they're content, they will give and give and give and give. They'll give so much, you'll be choking on the giving.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, the previous chap talked about, I mean, the context within which he talked about the women around him and the nature of his contribution to those women.
Yeah.
If they were not reciprocating, literally involuntarily,
yes,
I'd be shocked.
Yeah, and he will burn out. You keep giving. When one person keep giving, you end up burning out, and you won't have nothing to give again, anything to give again. Yeah. Thank you. All right, who else wants to chip in? Chizo.
In other words, hold on 1 second. Not only run out, you don't have anything to give again, you start losing self-respect for the partner, for the person.
Of course, yeah.
You start losing self-respect because it's only one-sided.
Yes, and resentment comes in, and when you resent somebody, that's the end of the relationship. Trust me. No matter how much you try to patch it up. Yep. Thank you, Bobby. And also, can you talk?
SBCF is a human being.
Hi, SBCF.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Just to chip into my name is Solum Collier, actually.
Oh, I know you, Solum Collier.
Yeah, you do. So SBF is just a short acronym of my foundation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So just to chip into what's been said, men are selfish beings.
Oh, yeah.
The London, all London people waiting that they do now, women.
Yeah, men are selfish beings.
They are.
So I will talk. I will so that know you balance. Onye Nnewi unu chọ ka m welie n'Igbo wee nya n'Igbo. And ka ntinyekwu ihu m ka unu fukwuo ihu.
That would be lovely.
Let me just get my glasses so I can see clearly.
God. Oh my God.
So Luke Collier is here to shake the table. No, we are shaking the
table. She's breaking the table.
So she's coming to explain how selfish you guys are. She is. I support her that one.
I'm interested in listening to how men are selfish.
She's coming.
I'm coming. I will now say how women are selfish.
Don't worry, I will explain everything. It's vice versa.
Defense Council.
Men are selfish beings. Okay, I reside in the UK. I don't know how it works out in the States, but a typical man, a typical Igbo man.
Okay, maybe Igbo men you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not say UK man?
Hold on, I'm coming. I'll have to give an example with what I know. I'm not going to
give UK man.
No. A typical Igbo night.
Resident.
I'm sorry. I was trying to mute other people, and I
No,
muted you. Can you mute? Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
A typical Igbo Nigerian man is a selfish being.
100%.
In the sense that when it comes to nkemu nkem, the hana okay. Like I think is a Ferdinand that talked about him being surrounded by women. Obviously, and the last person that spoke, I think, is Miss Wu. If you love a woman unconditionally, she's ready to sacrifice every single thing she has.
That's why thank you.
Every single thing
yes,
she has.
Exactly.
But when you start to treat a woman badly, she starts to see fault in every single thing you do. Even when you do something good, there's a fault in it. The men, when it comes to salary, a man shouldn't be asking a woman, how much are you earning? That is my take. The Bible said the man is the head. The woman is just a helpmate. The woman is there to help, regardless of even if the woman is the one bringing in all the cash in the house. Both of you should sit down and have an agreement. You don't dictate. If you dictate to me, you're dictating to the wrong person. You don't dictate. What you do is you sit down and have a dialogue. Okay, but when you see a man who wants to know how much the wife is earning all the time, that man is a freaking selfish bastard. So what needs to be done is you sit down and have a dialogue with your wife and agree, okay, maybe you guys should have a central pot that this is what I will be contributing this. And the woman, like I said earlier, if you love that woman, the woman is ready to drop all the salary into the pot without even feeling it at all. But when a man starts to be trying to play, okay, I'm the man, I'm the one that takes the decision. Yes, back in Nigeria, you can say you're the one that takes the decision. But when you come over here, the woman takes the decision. Not that I would do it, but when you give your woman a free hand, if you give her a free hand and give her the time to love you unconditionally, Omo, you will enjoy your life. You won't even know whether you're paying bill or you're not paying bill. Because most of the time, the woman will carry every single thing. Let's forget that, okay, the woman is, you're paying house rent. To look after the children, if you've got children, it's hard work. So the woman should actually be getting salary from you from looking after the children. To look after the children is a full-time work. The woman looks after the children. The woman looks after you as a man, as his child, maybe the big child. Comes back from work, they cook, they do house chores. Then some men, why I said some men are selfish, you see them, they sit down, relax, they're watching football. They can't help. It's not only about financial. Everything has to be in place for the man, for you to, when you're saying you're the head, lead by example, not by sitting down and taking a free Metro newspaper and crossing your leg and reading. Then after the whole shenanigan, you come and expect the woman to be a Bible. Yeah? Or walk upon. You know, walk. Thank you
so much.
Hello, can she translate the last sentence you made? Because I am not able.
Who is the person?
You should please translate Sapelum Bible.
Okay, Kisape Bible. Is to go to the other room.
Okay. From the smile on your face,
Oh, okay. Thank you. Ogo, why?
So you guys are marginalizing us. So do I need an Igbo interpreter next time we have a meeting like this?
Sorry?
I say Igbo are marginalizing us. Do I need an Igbo interpreter next time we have a meeting like this?
No. I can interpret it for you. It's not a problem interpreting it.
Mm-hmm.
Interpreting it is not a problem. It typically means when
what you and Benson just said.
Okay, he said his wife is his in-law. That's what he said. So most people tend to, if you're Igbo and you're from a neighboring village or something, they'll say you're their in-law in literal term, not in that way. Yes. So no problem. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Salim Kolia. I enjoyed your inputs, and please keep coming.
I want to take exception to what Kolia said.
Okay, Ferdinand, do you want to give a response to what she said?
I just want to take exception. She said all men. All men are selfish.
Yeah, but during the course of her explanation, she said some men are selfish.
It changed.
Yeah,
that's why I'm not fighting. That's why I'm not fighting her again.
Eventually, she said some men are.
Some men, okay.
Ferdinand, you're here. It's your wife that will tell us whether you're selfish or not. You're not the one that will tell us whether you're selfish or not.
No. I'm not even arguing about myself. I'm not arguing about myself.
That's a big blow, Ferdinand. Big blow.
He didn't want you to generalize.
I may be one of the selfish ones. I'm just trying to make excuse for the unselfish ones. Not about me.
No problem. Yeah, there are some good ones out there, to be honest. Yeah, there are some. At least in every 12, there's always a Judas.
That's correct.
Yeah. Oh, so thank God now from every 12. From every 12, then we're 11 the month. Thank you.
You want to say something?
Yeah, good evening. Actually, one of the things I wanted to correct was when, I don't know, the last speaker actually mentioned all men. I am one of the people that kind of disagree with that sentence, but I think she kind of corrected it in between when she was.
Praise God bless you so much.
I believe that in as much that we have the bad women, we have the bad men. For me, no amount of love you want to give me that will make me put all my salary on the table. Are you serious? Responsibility.
Baby girl, that makes you a selfish woman.
No. This is why people end up falling victim when the man is not doing it again. You call him selfish. What is the definition of selfish? It's different from what I would see as selfish from what you would see as selfish. Let me bring myself on the camera. When you talk about being selfish, you have something in mind before you call somebody a selfish person. The fact that I did not put my whole salary on the table does not mean I am selfish. We have bills to pay. We itemize the bill that we want to pay every month. We know what it is that we want to pay. I tell you, putting all my salary on the table does not mean that I love that man that much. We need to understand that certain things that what you want to work for you might not be what will work for me. But what is important in every relationship or marriage is that what will work for your marriage is what you should stick to. Putting money on the table, it means that you're being taken, definitely all your right is being taken away from you. I don't know who invented it, but I just feel that it's not the right way to work. It shouldn't work for every family. We have the bill. If it is 1,500 or 2,000 or 4,000 pounds that is working, we will bring the money together. Okay, this is the money this is what the bill is. We support each other. I'm not in the school of the men should take all the bills. There are women that are making more money than men. So I'm not in the school of that school of the men should pay. But what I'm saying is the fact that I don't put my money or salary on the table does not mean I'm selfish. I'm still supporting the family. We have the bills. We know what the bill is. We do it together.
Sorry, Joyful Praise. When I said if a man, there's a way a man will love you. I'm not saying you have to put all your bill, all your money. I said there's a way the man will treat you. You won't even know when you put all your money. That's what I said.
Okay.
I'm not
that's
saying,
fine.
yeah,
That's
I'm not
fine.
saying you have to put all your, if you put all your money, when you want money for pancake and you go and you tell him, he will tell you the money has finished.
It is finished. He don't use your money, go carry girls. He don't use your money, go drink. Then when you need the money, where will you get the money from? A lot of women have entered trouble as a result of that. Take, for example, the late gospel musician that died recently. All our money is being controlled by the man because all in the name of old school love. Everything you must put on top table. And when she wants something, she cannot get it. She end up making so much millions of naira, have cars, but she's not able to use it. I'm not saying that we should not come together as family, but what I'm saying is that what works for a family might not be the one that works for another family. Putting your money together is old school. I better go, my sister. Keep some money to yourself that you need. Your children will not be waiting and say, Mommy, I want to buy something. You say, I'll wait for daddy. Daddy will soon come. It's old school. I'm sorry if you work for people, it's not working for me. But all I'm saying is that men, in as much as we have the bad men, we have the bad women. But what I'm saying here is the bad men, there's a way you can handle them. If he doesn't put the money on the table, you two don't put. Let's be looking at ourselves. When he tired, he go put the money down. Most times, men, I will come on that school to say they are selfish because they know that if they don't do it, you will do it. For once, just leave them. When they come knock on your door, he will pay. Men are like that. They want to use your emotion against you. And it's time that women should understand that your emotion should not be used against you. Love your husband with your whole heart. But make sure that you still have your children that you're taking care of and you need to provide for them. Stop waiting for the man to do everything. That is my own take.
Thank you, Joyful Praise. Miss Wu has her hand up for a while now. Miss Wu, you want to say something?
Yeah. the lady that just spoke, I 100% agree. That's what I tell my daughter. It doesn't matter how much in love you are, you do not give over everything. You do not give over everything, because there'll come a point where guy will have a midlife crisis and he'll even forget your name. And you'll just walk away with everything that you thought you were both investing in. And I'm not saying that that's a general, but I know too many people for whom that has happened. They've gone 10, 15 years down the line, and then the next thing, the guy's fighting them in court like as if this person just jumped on them yesterday. And he's saying, give me all your money. And it's as if these women did not make an investment. That's the first thing. The second thing is that when it comes down to pooling of resources, and people, the previous lady said, putting all your money in is old school. It's not even old school, because old school women didn't work. They didn't work. They were at the behest of their men. And if you look at the traditional marriage system gives women certain gifts that are monetary in kind. And they are things that the man cannot lay his hands on. They do it in Asian cultures. They do it in a lot of cultures, actually, where the women get certain gifts that are exclusively women's gifts. And if a man turns this over anywhere in public, it means that woman has died, technically. So a woman investing in her marriage is her turning up to look after the house, look after the kids, and make sure that the man has eaten and can go out with energy, make money and bring it home to feed his family. That was her investment. Now that modern day women are either abandoned, left alone to carry the baby, or they just find themselves alone through bereavement or whatever, women have to go out to work. They have to go out to work. And if a woman brings her money, if a woman knows that she's worked that hard for the money, and she be damned if you're going to just take it and say, right, we share this equally, I think it's a bit crazy. I think if you're a man and you're going to take on a woman, you should be able to cater. And like I said before, a woman will always invest. She's not holding back. All you have to do is make sure she's happy. So there's no point. A man looking at a woman's money, there's something seriously wrong with you. If you're thinking, oh, how much does my wife earn? Let me calculate it against how much I earn and see how we can go 50-50. 50-50 in a marriage. You must be joking. There's children involved. We are not doing 50-50. You have to be able to look after every seed you planted that germinated, you know? So why are we going 50-50? You know, if I'm going to be paying for the roof over my head, I might as well be living on my own.
That's right.
That's my take on it. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think there's no such thing as a selfish woman unless you've upset her.
I think this the last part contributor who I didn't get into this discussion from the beginning, because I think when it started, the scenario of disparity in incomes was stated clearly. A situation where a man earning 2 million and then a wife earning 6 million was brought in as in the basis for this discussion. So I think she missed that when she said something like, if a man can provide everything. The question was asked clearly, if your wife earns 3 times as much as the man, is there any problem if your wife contributes? I'm sure if you probably missed that one with her own contribution. I just said I should bring this up.
No, I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss anything. If a woman earns, whether a woman earns 3 times more or 3 times less than a man, she will always contribute. That was my point.
Okay, no. Because when you
always supports.
The last line was, if the man can't pay all your bills, and what the hell, you can just well stay on your own. That's why I said I should bring that up. As in,
so for her, she has come as a support, okay? Not to take over.
The day a woman, put it this way, all these men that say a woman wants to act like a man. No woman wants to act like a man. No woman wants to be looking after. Well, I don't know any woman that says, let me get married so that I can play mother to an adult that I didn't give birth to.
No.
You know? No one does that. I'm happy to play mother to my own children until such a time as I become an adult. But then to a big man, when he should be providing for the rest of us, no.
That's why I always say it, that I came to be carried, not to carry anybody.
Yeah, I beg.
That's straight. That's the short and simple of it. I came to be carried. Okay, so we have gone almost 15 minutes over time. I'll give Ferdinand the final say, and then we round up. If you still want to go ahead and talk about this, then we can talk about it on overtime. But I need to round up the show. So Ferdinand, please.
Yeah, thank you. You see, let's try to marry the conversations, you know, and the question that was asked last about how the feeling of a woman can affect her contribution to, to the family. So if, for instance, the woman that earns 6 million, that, was contributing 1 million or 2 million of her money, and then the feeling that she has, if she's treated well, if the man treats her well enough, and if she feels so much love for the man, it can make her contribute more. It can make her contribute more.
But that's what the lady said. That there's a way you hamper a woman, you bring out the best in her. She won't even know when she'll bring out everything she has.
That's what I try to highlight. That's what I'm trying to highlight. Bringing them together.
The same thing, because they are communicating, because they are in sync, their partnership is thriving.
Yes. So that's it.
Okay. So thank you, everybody, for your contributions today. It was a wonderful show with meaningful contributions. And I don't think we have people who are really, really different in their views. It's just that they express them in different ways. Okay. While Mama has been knocked off by low battery, Waps is looking absolutely gorgeous. And as always.
Thank you.
He's gorgeous.
I'm tying my shoes. Continue.
Okay. So thank you, everyone, and we hope to see you guys next week. The truth is, Thank you. I'm actually ready for bed. I'm so tired. I had a very busy day. So, guys, I need you guys here next week, Saturday. We have come to understand that this time of the year is very busy for a lot of people. So come next year, we might not be having Oche Kitchen in July. August will be out of the question.
Summer months, yeah.
Because every Saturday, somebody is doing something and it's beginning to tell on the show.
Yeah.
So, but we'll manage to finish this season. Come back better and bigger and stronger next season. Thanks again for all your support, Fifi. Hope to see you guys next week. And do have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you all. Love you. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
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 Bye.